We've got a graph here that shows, apparently up here, music purchases in millions of units from 2004 to 2008. So if you come down to the graph, we can see things start in 2004 and they run through 2008. And in 2004, it looks like there was 648 million units of music purchased. And in 2008, 1,308 million units of music purchased. We want to find the slope of this line and then interpret it. All right, so to get the slope, let's use our slope formula. Here's our slope formula. We know that. M is equal to this fraction, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and that is the second y value minus the first y value, or the second output minus the first output, or the second vertical minus the first vertical, over x2 minus x1, the second input minus the first input, or the second horizontal minus the first horizontal. So let's start by getting each one of these ordered pairs. So down here, there's an ordered pair here. The x is 2004, right? That's our year, 2004, and then we sold 648. And up here, the year is 2008, and we sold 1308. So now I've got two ordered pairs, and I could say this. Here's x1, here's y1, right? Makes sense? As I look left to right here, left to right, the first x I see is 2004, the first y I see is 648. Then, as I keep looking left to right, the second x I see is 2008, and the second y I see is 1308. So if I put these into the formula here, m is equal to, all right, here's what it says, second y minus first y. Now I've got it. Here's the second y, and I'm going to subtract the first y. So it's going to look like this. 1308 minus 648 over second x minus first x. And down here, the second x, 2008, and the first x, 2004. So we're going to get 2008 minus 2004. So if we make these computations here in the numerator, I use my calculator, and I got 1308 minus 648. I got 660 out of that. And then, of course, in the denominator, 2008 minus 2004, that's just 4 years. Now, we can reduce this. In fact, 4 goes into 660 exactly 165 times. But here's what I want to do. All right, so we've got the slope. That's part of the question. The question says, up here, find the slope. We got the slope. But now it also says interpret this. So to interpret the slope, what I want to do is I want to write the slope as a fraction. The slope is defined as a fraction, so I'll write it as a fraction, 165 over 1. Now the numerator is coming from what? These are the verticals, right? The numerator came from the y's, and that's the verticals. That's the number of millions of units sold. So this is the number of millions of units sold, and the denominator, those are the x's, those are the years, right? So the y's, look at the y's here. The y's are, here's y, millions of units of music sold. So that's on top, millions of units sold. And the denominator, the x's, this is the year. So what we have is 165 million units per year. So I'm going to write that. So this is 165 million units per 1 year. So what it means is, on the average, what's happening in here? On the average, we're selling about 165 million units every year.